Today we jump back onto a set of Corsa Competizione to try out the not so new Nordschleife DLC. Now the Nordschleife of course is one of the most difficult tracks in the world. To make matters worse, it's going to be middle of the night and lashing rain. Let's get into it. So hello everyone, welcome. We are here in the last sector of the Nordschleife. Just struggling in my VR headset to put on my gloves, as you can see on screen. So the conditions are set to medium rain because I am bad driver, and it is midnight because why not? I must say, VR, absolutely fantastic. I give it a lot of hate VR, but man, it is pretty damn good. I have yet to do a lap in this car at this track in these conditions in VR, but enough excuses, let's get on with it. So this first lap for me is just going to be a little get my brain around VR again, get myself back up to speed, and then we'll do one push lap. But we will cut in and out of this lap and talk all about how amazing this game is. Now I am aware the Nordschleife is not for everyone. Not everyone loves the green hell, but I must say the whole challenge and the aspect and just the whole historical aspect of this track plays a lot on it as well for me. And one of the big aspects of the reason why we did this in VR is just at night the Nordschleife. Look at that, you'll see it better as we get onto the actual track, but the kind of party atmosphere off the track really plays up to how this track feels in game. You have seen plenty of clips, especially Jimmy Brahma when he races here and stuff like that. You see a lot of the night clips where it just looks like there's so much going on outside the racetrack as we finally get onto the actual green hell, and look at them lights. You can see the Ferris wheel in the background. Now I must say in VR visibility is pretty poor. I can't really see the corners till I'm pretty much at it, so this might be a lot harder than I expected. Oh, snap of oversteer. Thankfully we do know this track quite well, as I've been playing it for about 10 years now at this point, I'd imagine, probably maybe a bit longer. I think the first time I ever played the Nordschleife I was back on Forza Motorsport 4, I think it was. But it's just the adventure into the darkness, because you can just not see up the track far at all. And even just on this out lap here, I can really appreciate how hard this must be in real life, because like I said, in the first few corners you can barely see anywhere you're going. It's not until you're in the corner you can actually see what you're looking at. And again, and some parts of the track where there is more ambient lighting off the track, it does help. But as we climb this hill here now, I guarantee I will not see any corners till we're pretty much in them. That is really cool up there. All them fans and all just the lights. You can really get the party atmosphere from the racetrack. Now as of late I have picked up ACC a lot more lately, just got really back into it, and I must say I'm really enjoying it. But this track in particular, I'm only done half an outlap, maybe just a little bit over half, or not too far now from the second carousel, and my bloody arms are aching. It is such a physical track, this racetrack, and by no means in this wet am I pushing that hard on my outlap. I'm just trying to get a feel for being back in VR on this game, and this game especially in VR, it does feel a lot different to when you're playing on a 2D monitor. But I must say this really does take it out of your arms, your tricep, your shoulders. Very physical racetrack. So we are now on to the 100 million mile long straight before we start our first lap. Very, very difficult in VR, I must say. It's a lot different to playing on the monitor. I have so much more issues with just placing the car. I'm so unused to playing this game, particularly in VR. Very few hours on this game in VR. So push lap is going to be a bit on edge. You can see even coming up to the bridge, I can't even see the bridge till now, so I barely know where my tipping point is, just around here. It's quite sketchy. Again, I can't imagine what this would be like in real life, as I am tiptoeing around in these wet conditions here at a very, 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 very moderate pace, and I'm finding it very difficult myself. So here we go, let's push, let's break this M4. It's actually quite a pleasure to be back on the normal Nürburgring circuit, because it's so well lit compared to the Nordschleife itself that I can just see everything. It's brilliant. Now at some point in this lap I will shut up and turn the volume up to 10 and just let you listen and enjoy the ambient sounds of this BMW M4, the rain, and just all the everything going on around me, because it really in VR does give you a great sense of feeling of being in the car, and I want to try and portray that best I can through the video. Here we go, onto the big bad green hell. Must say I love when we come down to what would be turn one of the actual circuit and you have all them lights all around the track. It really just gives so much more to this racetrack than just what's on screen. I absolutely love this part of the track. Usually in VR it's a bit more scary because it's so fast and you just don't see anything You just see nothing. I just see black abyss in front of me. I know we're coming down into this heavy G out. Back 1, 2 gears. Try and find my apex there. And back further gears as we get into this much slower sector. Oh, a bit fast in there, but we're going to snake our way back to getting somewhat of an apex there. As we pummel down this hill now, I'm going to stop. Going to give you a nice audible tone of just how this game sounds with the rain, the car, everything. Just going to turn the volume up to 10, so beware, headphone users. If you do have access to this game and a VR headset, I would 100% recommend doing this. Of course, the Nords track is DLC, but in my eyes, a track that I love so much, it is 100% worth it because it just adds so much more to this game. I've yet to do an online race here. All my time I've spent on this track has been in just a hot lap mode, but man, I do really look forward to maybe someday LFM getting a few races around here because this track is just... it's just so historic. It's amazing in its own way. It is very, very difficult to drive at any speed in any car. I think that is part of the charm, of course, as well, the length of it and the history to it. I think it just holds a special place in a lot of people's heart in real racing and in sim racing. One of the best parts of this track is coming up here in a second, when you basically drop off the face of the earth. In the rain we probably won't get airtime, but I know I have in the dry got airtime. You'll know it if you've raced this track before what I'm talking about, and you'll see it in a second. Full commitment. Oh, your stomach even drops away in VR. As we approach carousel number 2, my head already is very struggling with this VR. It's just so physical on your brain and on the eyes, so I'm quite glad that we're nearing the end of this lap. But nothing special, there's been a few mistakes, plenty of mistakes, but I must say it's been a hell of a lot of fun. As once again now we come on to the fastest part of the circuit, where we flat out in 6th gear in a couple of seconds. But man, I must say fair play to ACC for this. The job they've done on this racetrack is absolutely brilliant. Probably you don't get to experience it as much in the rain, especially in the darkness. It's just, I wanted to kind of challenge myself really here by doing something so kind of ridiculous in the rain and in the night. But it's just a whole occasion for me doing this. But I've done plenty laps in the dry, and man, it is absolutely brilliant in game, I must say. So hats off to the lads at Assetto Corsa Competizione. Up the line, it's going to be about a 9-minute 40. There's about 20 seconds left on the table there from fiddling around, but we definitely got a lot quicker. But man, I must say that was absolutely incredible. But I have to say as well, I'm about 1,000 degrees now as well. It's just the whole VR, the gloves, this such a physical racetrack. It's just, oh my good god. So we're going to end it there. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, drop a like down below, subscribe to see more, and let me know what else would you like to see on this game other than just LFM and online racing. Would you like to see any other 4-wheel racing game? And yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.